thanks for clicking on the video and welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited about this trip. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. So I'm out doing a summit camp, just coming towards the end of March, so trying to get a wee bit of snow in there as well. So it's a great opportunity to get the big bag out. So I'm actually down in Glencoe, one of my favourite places just for winter camping, etc. And I'm going to be camping on the top of Buachille Etive Beag tonight. So really super excited about it. So I'm going to be up there in a wee while. So I've just actually wandered up from the actual car park, just enjoying the views at the moment. So let's head off up the hill and we'll get our camp set up. So I'm just really taking my time going up, just trying to control my body temperature so I don't sweat too much. I've maybe got one layer on too much, but I don't have enough room in my bag for it. So I'm just trying to cope. But it's a gorgeous day. It's actually quite mild, although it is, as I said, meant to be getting very cold at the top later on, just with the wind chill more than anything. But what a setting. What a setting. Just absolutely gorgeous. And just one of these streams, I just love the noise of them. Just look at that though. Okay, so we'll keep plodding on. So I'll probably catch up with you once I actually get to the Buachille. Stop for a wee refreshment. A family of deer. Beautiful stag just standing there, so majestic. Well, that's me reached the Buachille, and I really enjoyed that actually. I really took my time very slowly, but didn't do much in the way of video, and there was actually a huge amount of people coming off the mountain and all going, why are you going up the mountain? But I enjoy it. But hopefully you've just seen the bit of footage of the actual deer, and I've just seen a golden eagle but couldn't get my camera out in time. So the golden eagle's headed off out to the actual other actual summit itself. Typical jet. So what I'm going to do is looking a bit bleak, but we're going to head off up to the actual summit over on the other side there and try and find somewhere to put out the actual shelter and camp. Well, that's me arrived at the summit and it's completely clagged in, unfortunately, so I'm going to really prioritise at the moment actually finding somewhere to set up shelter. The snow's just come in. Doesn't feel that cold, but it's more just due to the layering that I've actually got on. But I am up here by myself, obviously. But I'm just actually going to try and find somewhere, in an ideal world, somewhere where I've got rocks on either side that I can put the tarp across the top, because the wind is going to be swirling around a little bit tonight. So as I said, once I've sort of got everything set up, I'll video as much as I can, but I said the snow's coming in just now. See you in a wee bit. Well, I've actually come off the summit. Basically the wind up there was unreal. So the weather forecast itself was meant to be about 25-mile-an-hour winds, but I was really struggling just to actually stand up and sort of move around and everything as well. So trying to take my camping equipment out, my sort of sleeping bag and everything as well, was just forget it. So I've actually come back down to the Buachille just now. I'm going to have a little wander around, but I'm very conscious on time. The reason I just sort of went up at the time I'd actually went was that if I did need to get back off the mountain, I actually had time. So you've always got to go safety first. Gut feeling just said to get off the actual top there. there's lots of snow and it has hit, it's about -14. I wouldn't have necessarily thought that that would have been an issue because I've got the right gear, I've got all the right equipment and all that sort of things as well. But it's just that wind chill. But again, I was sort of planning on actually putting a wee sort of plough sort of tarp up against an actual rock, but I just couldn't find anywhere whatsoever. So I'm going to have a little wander around, see if I can find anywhere. If not, there's a couple of places possibly on the way down, just see how waterlogged they actually are. Everywhere down here, when I was actually thinking about going again, it's just all waterlogged with all the snow that they've had. So we'll see what happens. If worst case scenario, I'm just going to head back to the actual van and actually have a nice night in the actual van. So as I said, I'm going to wander around and I'll catch up in a wee bit. Well, that's me off the mountain altogether. So today didn't quite go to plan, but I just wanted to sort of show you it doesn't always go to plan. You know, it doesn't always work out the way you actually want it to. Basically a few wee issues today more than anything else. I learnt an awful lot, which is really what I'm here to do and sort of here to sort of pass on knowledge, etc. as well. So on my way up, I was trying desperately not to actually sweat because I knew that I would be spending a bit of time actually hunting out an actual camping spot. Basically what happened was I have sort of pushed myself too far and ended up sweating. It started raining, put my waterproof jacket on, and then when I started wandering around, I actually put my puffer jacket underneath my waterproof jacket. Obviously, because I've been sweating that much, the puffer jacket then became wet. So one of my main sort of defences against the actual cold tonight was now wet. So I started feeling a chill. Now what I basically do is I always have two puffer jackets. So I've got my small puffer jacket or the main puffer jacket, but then I've also got a really, really big one as well. But the problem I had was basically that was then me down to really one dry base layer, one spare top and one puffer jacket. And it just didn't feel comfortable. So I said, made the decision just to actually move down. But then I said, broke my walking pole. And then my left leg started hyperextending, which without having the pole was just a bit of a worry. So I very, very, very slowly just made my way back off the mountain. But thoroughly enjoyable. I still enjoyed it, and I still take every opportunity to learn as much as I possibly can. So that's the way I'm looking at it more than anything. Now, as I said, I'm either going to cut the video off here, which if I do, it's been very much appreciated anyone watching it. I might also add on some stuff that I'm planning on doing tomorrow. So I've got tomorrow to actually play around with as well. So we'll see what happens. But as I said, if it is a case of I cut it off, very much appreciated. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye-bye. Well, what can I say? I've woken up to an absolute belter of a morning here in Glencoe. It is absolutely stunning. All the snow-covered mountains, etc. And just at the tip sort of thing. But what I thought I'd do, I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can actually see some of these views, because they are absolutely to die for. So that's Buachille Etive Beag. Again, one of the most iconic sort of mountains in Scotland that's so photographed, but look at it, it is absolutely amazing. So I've actually climbed that, and I've also camped at the top as well, which was a really, really good trip. And there's River Etive itself. Take round through the other side. Well smart. Just gorgeous. Then you can see why I love this place so much. And then decide what today's activities are going to be. But I do actually fancy another hike. My legs are feeling not too bad, so I do actually fancy a bit of another hike, so we'll maybe have a wee look at doing something. But even the mountains over there, just wow. Okay, so we'll head back to the van. So after a lot of debate, I've decided what I'm going to do. Going to have a little wander up the actual valley between Buachille Etive Beag and Buachille Etive Beag. So really looking forward to it. I've never actually done that particular hike before, so I've actually contemplated that particular hike from the point of view of going up onto Buachille Etive Beag, so I might walk along as far as that. But again, sorry for keeping doing this, but I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see what I'm seeing, because again, absolutely stunning. So that is where I was last night before I decided to get off the mountain. But even over the other side of the road, there looks like plenty of places to actually explore. So up there is a sort of Devil's Staircase. And then there's Buachille. So I've camped at the top of there before as well. Just unreal, absolutely unreal. I get quite emotional. Just love it. Right, okay, so time to get the bag packed and we'll head off up into the mountain. So one of the other things I was wanting to do when I was just sort of walking up this particular area is I really do fancy doing an actual camp in here. So I'm going to turn the camera around, show you a couple of spots that I've actually seen just now. But I'm not sure if... I said I've got lots of deer just in the actual background, so it's just absolutely wild. But I'll turn it around. So there, it looks really good. And again, really good view. And I've walked down onto the actual area itself and it is all dry. And then that would be the view. So I'd have a water supply, so it is absolutely stunning area. That's where I was yesterday, up at that bit. Now apparently there is a way down, and I think it's from the Buachille itself, so I'm going to wander along to that sort of area just to actually see it. And again, there's the deer just wandering around wild. It is just such a stunning place. You're gonna get bored of me saying that word, but it's so apt. So that's it, just gonna keep wandering along. This is sort of perfect, not too stressful in the actual legs after yesterday, so not incredibly steep at all. It's just a nice actual path all the way along. And I'm gonna have a little look and try and see where the actual start to the climb to Buachille Etive Beag is. Because again, I might actually go in from this angle, but even looking down the actual valley, there's just so many deer all over the place. So that's it, let's go along and we'll see what we can see. Well, what can I say? Spring is definitely here. This is just unreal, beautiful, really, really nice. So just sort of chilling, having a bit of a refreshment, a few more jelly babies, and a wee bit of water as well. And just taking in the views. I'm basically surrounded by deer. I've got piles of deer around the back of me, piles of deer behind the camera. It's just amazing seeing so many of them just roaming the wild, sort of the way that they are. Just loving it. So this path takes me out at the end of sort of Glencoe, or the road that leads to the end of Buachille Etive. So I'm probably not going to go all the way along. I'm probably just going to go along sort of level with the other way that I can actually get into Buachille Etive more, just to actually try and see a little bit of an idea in the terrain. It looks steep to me, but so does the actual main path. But I said, just loving it, just chilling out, really enjoying it. Positive day after yesterday, and again, yesterday was a little bit of a troubled day sort of idea, but a lot of lessons learned from it, so I'm not taking it as a negative, it's very much a positive. So just sort of going to enjoy this for the next wee bit, and then I'll hook you up a wee bit further along the trail. So I've got to where I was wanting to get to, so I'm actually just at the actual start to the alternative route up Buachille Etive Moor, and it doesn't look any dramatically better than the other route, in all honesty. It does look absolutely amazing though, but who knows, there might be a video coming soon of me heading up there. I'd really like to get back up the actual mountain at some point, because it is by far my favourite, and it's just such an iconic mountain, so it'll be great to actually do. So I'm going to be hiking back to the van at the moment. There's a big dump of snow coming in, so I want to try and get back to the van before the actual snow comes. So I'm just going to enjoy myself, slowly sort of make my way back across, but it's been an absolutely majestic day. I've really enjoyed it. So let's get cracking. Well, that's me back in the van after an amazing day. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed that. And again, maybe think about sort of from the legs point of view. If my legs are struggling for the big mountain stuff, maybe the sort of flatter stuff is something I need to look at. But as I said, I'm on the main road here, so it's quite busy, so there's quite a lot of traffic noise, etc. as well. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching if you have. I said lots and lots of lessons learned from yesterday, but it's going to make me a better climber, better mountaineer, and have more fun in the future. Okay, take care, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.